Hope you are well. Welcome back to the channel. I'm in a rush. I'm always in a rush at the minute. Really busy time with work. And we're trying to get this thing all sorted, ready for the undercoating. So that's what I'm trying to do tonight. It's blue sky, it's nice weather. It's about 7:30 at night. And I'm just trying to mask up and finish off. I'll just show you this. So we'll put a bin bag, finish off the prep work for it. I'll put a bin bag over the suspension. I'll put a bit of masking on the brake line there. Just trying to do all the inner arches and get everything all painted this eve. Oh. So I'm just trying to rush to get it all done because I'm away this weekend doing the food festival, so it's busy time of year. So yeah, hopefully we can get it done. Masking's not the quickest thing in the world. I'm going to throw a sheet over the whole entire car and the job will be a good one. So let's get cracked on. How are we doing, everyone? Second introduction to this video. As you can see, we're wearing a different top today. So came to make a start on the old painting the other day. And of course what happened, the Schultz, brand new Schultz gun didn't work, so that stopped play. But it's now Monday. I was trying to do it on Friday night, but it wasn't happening. But now we've got the car somewhat masked up, got all the sheets on it. So as you can see, we're all ready to go. I'm going to go down this sill completely, and then this will be covered by some like mud flat material. Do all inside rear arches. Got all these masking tape. Rudely interrupted by the compressor. Same again this side. We'll go all the way down that sill, and then we'll do it same again in rear arches, and then everything underneath. So we'll do a quick before and after. So this is, get away Mr. Spider. This is what she's looking like right now. And then we'll go all the way down, like I said. And then, yeah, we'll jump into it and we'll crack on. So this is the stuff that I'm using. Reading the instructions on the back. So you pour, that's the tint colour that it's going to be. Basically just chose it right out of the catalogue in the swatch bucket in the store, and then this one's the hardner. So you pour half of that in there, half of that goes in that one. Full tin of hardner goes in there. Shake this up for 2 minutes. On the gun it goes, and off we go. Well, so far so good. As you can see, doesn't look too shabby, does it? That's taken 2 cans, so I've got 2. Where the full tank lives. Just going to got 2 more cans. Hopefully that's enough with a bit of luck. But I do have some 2K in the same colour as well, so I might do the inner, the front wheel arches in a 2K, but I've got this to do, so we'll get there. We'll keep on plodding on. Okay, we're just under the car, and I've managed to get 4 cans of this stuff on. Looking all right. I'll just turn the camera around and give you a preview. So as you can see, it goes on like a texture. Focusing on that. Looking all right though. Underneath, as you can see, full car all the way down. Job is a good one. So there's a little bit of white paint still showing in the wheel arches. What I'm going to do is I've actually got some 2K paint to just mask up through the wheel arches. But job is a good one. So this is the bit that we rebuilt. I can't really tell anymore, to be honest. Alright, there's a bit of seam sealer stuff you can see, but yeah, very happy for the old girl. A 1997 effort. She's looking pretty good. Right, pretty tough with that. Let's crack on. This is the gun that we used. It's like a normal short gun. I'm just tidying up this gun here. That's what I used for 2K. It's not an expensive gun by any means whatsoever. It's our one. It's from Screwfix. I've had it a few years. I painted with it for the crash that we had in 19 and a few other little bits. And you know what? It actually works. I know I'm not. There's probably a lot of painters looking at this video and screaming, that's not how you do it. But it means you can get 2K paint on at home and jobly good one today. We're back on it. So, just finished painting the 2K paint on the wheel arches. Underbody stuff went on really well, covers amazing, and it sticks to anything. And your hands, look at the colour of the hand. There's a lot of things to get that off. I'll have a look, show you, spin the camera around. Check this. So this is where I normally have sort of mud flap material, just from wheels that's scrabbled all down the sides. But yeah, pretty happy with the results. We'll just have a look in here. This is the finished result. So this is 2K with quite a bit of hardener in it, to be fair. Wanted to make it pretty solid, but mixed with down here is, oh, I'm mega impressed. Look how nice it looks. It's all new. So this is the finished product, all down the bottom of the car. Push down here as well. As you can see, covered really nice. Painted the gear linkages with some 2K as well. But yeah, she is like a new one. So both sides. These parts, I don't remember from the previous videos, were particularly sort of stone gravel rashed, so I put it on quite heavy here, and then on both sides as well. So that's for this hole here is for where the tank guard fits on. So this is where, obviously, where the fuel tank sump would be. That's this section here, and a little bolt there and a bolt there that hold the straps, which go onto here. But no, pretty chuffed. Done all the fuel pipe as well. So this is the other arch. Oh man, I'm impressed. I really am. So been wanting to do this for quite a while. So yeah, mega good result is that. Just got this masking stuff to take off, obviously, to stop it going through into the car. Not too bothered about overspray at this point because the inside of the car is getting painted, but I think to get this thick stuff off, it'll be a bit more than thinners, I think, but we'll just whip these things off as well. And then I'll just escape out of here if I can without scratching my skin off my body. because there is not a lot of room, as you can see. But we're trying our best. I'll show you these front wheel arches as well. Those are nice and glossy too. So I didn't want to remove all the brake lines as such. So happy days. Like a new one, isn't she? I've also, on the, just coming down here, just through the fleet. So we've got a, this is the fuel tank. I had some paint left over, so I thought, why not? So this is what I've just painted, you know, in a professional paint booth, the wheelie bin, but come out all right. So the plan with this is, I won't go too mad and unmask too much of this right this second, because it is propped. So this is where the fuel pump lives. Here, I'm actually gonna, I don't know if you can see, this gonna buzz that off there and buzz that off there. That's the return and flow return, whichever. And I've got some bulkhead fittings that will go straight through this, so I will core this out to the right side of my bulkhead fittings, and there'll be a nylon washer on the inside and a nylon washer on this side, and that's going to be a lot nicer. And you know, if it's all AN lines, I don't have to rely on fittings, because if you look at that bump there, I know you can get fittings that click onto these, but if you look at that bump there, it doesn't look very strong to me. It really doesn't. And then there's one there as well. That one's different to that one. So how do you justify getting a... Oh. Anyway, we'll scrap them completely. And then, like I said, we'll put those bulkhead fittings on there. But, hey, from a wheelie bin paint finish, I don't think it's too bad, that. Anyway, well, it's the right colour, isn't it? It's all right, turn around. So, getting back to jobs in hand. She needs emptying. So tomorrow is the plan to completely have everything like out of here, completely stripped and ready for primer. So I'm trying to get in primer tomorrow, tomorrow is Tuesday, and then we are going to get it in primer and then hopefully paint it Wednesday with a bit of luck. But in the back of here, there's tools, gas bottle, welders, all need to come out with all this seat harnesses and everything really. But there's not a right, obviously without the tools, there's not a right lot left to actually come out. So, and what I'm trying to do is remove all the wiring as well to the front of the car. So the only two wiring harnesses to the back of the car is the fuel pump, obviously, which I've just shown you, goes to the fuel tank. And then the other one is the tailgate with the, sorry, it's like one wiring loop for the brake lights, side lights, indicators and everything. So there's only like 4 or 5 wires that come in a little loom, which is this one here. So that branches off and goes to the other side. That is this side. So unconnect that, unconnect the others. You pull it back through the inner arch, and down there it comes out. And just literally going to coil that up under the dash. And then, like I said, mask that off tomorrow. Oh, before I do that, I need to get the suspension back on, because I need to wheel the car out into a bit more of a space, and then adjust that pedal box at the front. So before we start primering, there's a little cheese wedge to cut in there. So I'll do that. That's tomorrow's job. So once this is all dry, leave it to dry overnight, and then we'll get back on it. Oh God, got a drip of paint in my eye as well. Thinners and hardner and stuff in your eye. That's a new one. Hell, it stings. But anyway, we'll crack on, and I'll call it a day for today. So I'm not going to obviously watch me pack tools up. You know, everyone can do that. But we'll be back tomorrow. Morning, everybody. Next day. So, been putting the front suspension back on today. So that's what I've been on with this morning. So I've got all the suspension back on there. Found that the bushing in there and also there and this ball joint is knackered, so I have ordered parts to replace that. Wheels back on and everything's back on. I'm just on with this at the moment. I've already kind of replaced one side, so this is the lower rear control arm. As you can see, these are not looking new at all. You can see right through that. Let's have a look. Oh, there we go. Literally push that out with my finger and out she comes. So that's the rear bushing. I've got some poly bushes just to push into there for the time being, but I'm not. These are actually going into the spares pile because I've actually got some spherical bushings on the way. So not on these because they're aluminium, but there's on the steel ones, there's a housing to put in, and then the spherical bearing sits in, and then there's like a circlip that goes around. So these will be going into spare with poly bushes in case we need to, in case we're in a bind. But new ones are on the way. Okay, so I've God, it's been a struggle. I have been struggling today, really have. With just lack of space. It's now sort of like 1:30 in the afternoon. Space isn't very affluent around here at the moment, but I have managed to get all the rear suspension and front suspension back on. Just about to put the rear wheels back on so I can roll it out of here and get cracking. So as you can see, got all the got the strut back in, caliper back on, all the hood back on, all the rear swing arm. These bushings are knackered like I showed you before, so they need replacing. I'll do them around. But yeah, I've still not got anything emptied out on the inside, which I'm getting annoyed about. So let's get the wheels on and get it out of here. Right guys, got some weapons here. So there is seat to come out, there's foot plate, there's this fire extinguisher bracket, there's that extinguisher bracket, that and that I'm going to strap up there. This I'll move for the time being. Handbrake and brake lines are to come out, all these fuel lines and the power cord going through the battery back here. That battery box is to come out, helmet, net and everything, all the old harnesses, and then we'll crack on to this. Whew. Right guys, wow, it is a hot one. That sun is baking. Right, so we have got some progress. We've got the wiring from the back lights that ran along here that goes into this light harness, goes along here. Those two plugs there would be for the rear windscreen washer and the higher view brake light. So I've unplugged them, they can fit in there. It ran down there, it teed into the fuel tank, fuel pump, whatever you want to call it, wiring. And then it went down there and then along there. That's all out. Toolkit's out. If you look here from previous excursions, we've got a lot of glass. I found under the battery tray my 10mm socket, so that's pretty cool, isn't it? Over here I've got to get that earth strap off there, I've got to get that brake line out of here. This is loose, so I'll get rid of that. And then in the front, this is me 2 buckets that I've got to take to Steve and Kaz's house. I've also got the old seat and harnesses out, so they're all out. That's the old battery box, old welder going to tip. Seat frames, might be using them again yet. And then in here we have got the window glass thing removed, and then this is where obviously the seat was. Put the bolts back in just to stop the threads getting filled with paint when we do it. I'll do the same again on that side. So I've got those fuel lines to get out, that foot plate, ECU and that. And I'm actually just going to tinfoil this rather than removing that. I've got these brake lines to move, and then I've got to sort this out. So we will crack on. Got the wiring just up there. From the intercom and everything, that's all out the way. Oh, there's a light there, I've forgotten, need to get that out the back. But I'm just going to mask sort of like this, paint all the silver. I've got this to get rid of. But yeah, she's looking pretty bare. Took me about an hour, I'd say, of just getting everything out of here. So there's some bits I want to go around with seam sealer, and some on the bits at the back there where I've just done some welding on the rear bumper brackets. I will just stick some seam sealer, and any holes and stuff that I find, there's not a right lot because it's been done before, like, but yeah, not looking too bad. Looking like we've made some progress, but I'm out of breath. And it is hot today. Wow, it's warm. I did think about putting a canopy up and a marquee up, but so I have been rushing today. I've just been thinking that I need to get this inside of here painted. But it's not easy on your own. So when you're taking bolts out from the top of the car and they're spinning underneath, nightmare. So captive nuts are the future. So the first is, I'm just going through the car now, and the car's not been touched since I built it in 2014. And the things that I've been doing since then, and things that I know now than what I didn't know then, because I'm not from a car background. So yeah, it makes me cringe. What have I done that for? Why have you routed that like that? What have you put that on there for? As with everything, you get better with stuff in life, don't you? And the more you do it, but I don't like some of the stuff. I'm just thinking to myself, why on earth did you do that when you can just put a simple riv nut in and bolt it in, or rivet something? You're messing around with self tappers or something like that. So much handier, quicker, neater. But yeah. Anyway, we'll crack on and get the rest of this stuff out. Well, I finally got the damn fuel lines out of the car. These bulkhead fittings, that is not an easy task on your own. Oh, what a nightmare. But she's looking a lot more bare. So, the best place for these still at it. What time is it? About 6 o'clock at night now. And I'm done. Been going pretty damn hard on this today. What have we done? I'm so done, I can't even think. Oh, that's better lighting, isn't it? So, we've got everything out of the car, including the pedal box, and I've marked where the master cylinders were. And so we are going to be sorting that out tomorrow now. I was trying to get that done today so it's all ready for primer. We're ready to start primering, shall I say. But yeah, I'll spin the camera around and I'll show you. So just been in here. So old fire extinguisher coming in, teeing off, so that's going to get changed. Because there's obviously a new fire extinguisher system coming in. There's two large-ish holes, 1, 2, can you see down there? That's where the fuel lines come into the car. This is one of my temporary ones, shall I say. That's just got the dash 8 fitting on it, and then it comes out the fuel rail and the fuel pressure regulator there. And that is going to be dash 6, and it's going to be a click-on factory fitting on here for the new dash 6. Fuel filter is going to sit there like it used to, and then here is where it comes onto the fuel rail, so that's where the new fuel lines will come. Today I have taken the throttle body and I've taken the what do you call it? I have taken the that's so stiff. Oh, that's another thing I've just found, and I did remember something about that. That's quite sticky, so I'm going to have to take that throttle body apart, and wow, that is stiff. I'm going to have to sort that out. Anyway, I've taken the throttle cable out, so there. So I'll put a new one in. It comes along here and it goes on into the bulkhead there. shouldn't be that sharp really, it should be about that. But I've been pulling on it, and then that comes into this section here. Yeah, it just comes along here. So pedal box is out. This is why I've been wanting to paint the car. Took the centre console out, that's like a bird nest in there, isn't it? So I've got a labelling machine. I've got relays in there as well, all along the top, so them to sort out and label. Got the fire extinguishers out, footplate out, and the passenger side seat, so it's just a lot of hoovering and whatnot in here now. So my masking line, this is just a jug just to stop the brake fluid going everywhere, but the masking line is going across here and then down here, and then this is where my cover goes anyway for me centre console, and then same again on that side, just go across, and then all this will get painted, and then we've got to get this off the tubing, but then I'm going to keep that black as is. So not too bad, we made some progress. Got the battery box out of here as well, so the battery is now out in the toolbox here. Found me a little 10mm socket under there before, quite impressed with that. Everything in the back is all out and ready to go really. I've just got my tools just down here, so we're going to sort out that either buy some shorter bodied master cylinders, or making them, taking the pedal box out. It looks like I've made an amendment when I did put the pedal box in to start with. I don't know how much more room there is in the back of that firewall to make an adjustment anyway. If I go for it and put the grinder through and make a little cheese wedge out of it, I'm sure I'll be able to gain something, but it does look like I've manipulated it with a hammer in the past anyway, so I'll have to inspect that. But put a little line of where the master cylinders are. So I have made a little mark there, I don't know if you can see. Sun shining on my screen, so I don't know if you can see. And then so that's where the master cylinders need to be further into the firewall. So yeah, I think we'll have a go at it. It's all double skin, as you can see behind there where the steering column is. It is all double skin, so we'll give it a go tomorrow. But today, so we'll finish this video off for you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Might be boring to some, but interesting to others. But this is the ins and out of prepping a rally car, I suppose, on your own and on your drive, and doing the best you can. So keep getting Dad to come and give us a hand for all the bolts and stuff that I can't get to, one above and one below. So yeah, I've got some stuff here, and that's all to go to Steve and Kaz's house. So that's to go in for the rebuild, and we will be heading to Steve and Kaz's. I'll just get this in primer, get some paint on the inside of it, and then the whole lot will be going to the garage down there, so it'll be a lot easier to work on, I think. But we're going to have a YouTube live session at Steve and Kaz's house, so I've never done one before, so we'll give it a try. So if you've got any questions, fire them in the comments section, or any tips or anything you want to ask us, or put something forward to us, put them in the comment section. And then I think in probably, what are we on now? So today's Tuesday, so I'm trying to get the car to Steve and Caroline's for the weekend, so hopefully get it sorted. And then yeah, so if any questions or anything you want to say, stick it in the comment section and we'll address them on the live feed. But for today, I'm off for a cold shower and a drink and a lie down, I think. So thank you very much for watching. If you do like some flapjack, click the wildbakery.co.uk and you can order from us there. It'll be with you in a few days. You can see the big fan in the background. But thanks very much. Click the subscribe button. We'll see you on the next one.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.